What's up, Bears fans? Welcome back to Bears Media Co. I am your host, Brent C., and welcome to Victory Monday. Now, listen, Bears fans, on a day in which most of us thought, hey, we might lose big to the Dallas Cowboys because we know that offense is a seasoned offense and they can score points. One thing that we didn't know, what would a Matt Eberflus defense look like? Especially after he said, I know that team. I know their strengths. I know their weaknesses. Well, he probably was right. Our offense definitely was a strength. And his defense was definitely a weakness. So, Matt Eberflus, I hope you had a great flight home. And always remember, bulletin board material is never a good thing. As a coach, you should know that. You should. So, Bears fans, let me know. No, don't let me know. Leave a comment down below and give a shout out to Matt Eberflus. Thank him for all the losing that he brought us. Anyway, Bears fans, what a game. Caleb Williams looked fantastic. Ben Johnson calling a great game in which an entire game of where the offense looked consistent, cohesive, and definitely almost penalty free. Now, starting off in this game, look, going 3 and out, I was thinking it's not going to look good. This game will not look good because that first series, it just looked like last week. What are we doing? But I should have just waited and followed my own advice. Give it some time because after Tyreek Stevenson, who many talked about, last week saying, hey, that guy ain't it. Well, he's proved that, everybody has a bad game. So getting a strip from the Cowboys running back on a play in which he was looking like he was going to get 25 yards on a run play. Man, hey, thank you, Tyreek, because that set us up for the remainder of the game. Now, when the offense got back out there, look, a flea flicker, ladies and gentlemen. Have you seen a flea flicker? It's been a long time since I've seen a Chicago Bears team do a flea flicker. A long time. Now, DeAndre Swift, we got to work on that, buddy. We got to work on that, But, hey, it is what it is. But one thing I do know is that Caleb Williams to Roman Dunze is going to be a connection that we can count on for the foreseeable future. Now, getting the ball on a 35-yard touchdown play, hey, you love to see it. And that was set up, if I remember correctly, of that 41-yard screenplay to DeAndre Swift. So, hey, you got to love it, Bears fans. That was the type of offense that we've been waiting for a very long time. And look, last week, the offensive line, penalty machines. But this week, Darnell Wright, you were the only culprit getting a penalty on the offensive line. 2 penalties, not good. But you got them early, got them out of the way. Hey, it happens. And I want to send a special shout out to Braxton Jones. Sir, you played a hell of a game. And of course, I got to give kudos to the new and improved interior of our line. Hey, we look pretty good. And I say we because we are Chicago Bears fans. And we always say we. We win together, we lose together. And more importantly, we all hate Green Bay. By the way, did anybody happen to see the score of the Green Bay game? How about you, Mikey? One of my old co-workers is a Green Bay fan, and I just want to shout him out and hope he had a great Sunday night. I hope he went to work on Monday and had a great day. You deserved it, sir. Now, Bears fans, let's get serious for a second. I know we have all been looking for Luther Burton to come in and get some action. And in this game, hey, 3 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. And one of the most beautiful plays you ever seen. Coming out of his break, he lulled the safety into thinking that he wasn't going to be a part of the play. And then he put on the Jets. And a 65 yards later, he hit pay dirt. And let me tell you something. That play was a thing of beauty. And I say shout out to Ben Johnson for giving the fans that were there something to cheer about, because I don't think that stadium was quiet for the remainder of the game. Now, looking at our defense in that first half, hey, our linebackers, Noah Sewell, Tremaine Edmonds, all over the field. And the defense as a whole was out there just doing their thing. I mean, granted, by the time halftime got around, it was, 17-14? You know, well, I take that back. Wasn't it 24-14? So, on a day in which our defense played way better than they did last week, they still, in the early part, in the first half, they still played, hard, but it's still the NFL. And the Dallas Cowboys still can put up points. And as we saw, they got 14 points on us, converting a 2-point conversion, and the only touchdown of the game. Hey, it was a beautiful thing. Thank you to the defense. You guys rocked out. Now, Cole Kmet, the guy who I said needs. Now, Bears fans, you know me. I've been talking about getting our tight ends involved a little bit more, and especially our number 1 tight end, Cole Kmet. And to finish off the first half, scoring a 10-yard touchdown, hey, more of that. Now, I know we've been looking for Colston Loveland to get more involved, and early we tried to get him involved. Then he got hurt. So hopefully he'll be ready for next week, but we shall see. Now, getting into that second half. Second half, more the same. The offense was rolling. Now, the one thing that we got to look forward to, or something that needs to be fixed, I should say, the run game. I do believe that once we get our run game together, hey, this offense will be very hard to stop. I mean, we can look at it. When you run the football, it sets up the play action. It keeps the defenses honest, all that. So when you're running the double tight end set, hey, you don't know if your tight ends are blocking or are they going out to be receivers. You don't know. And when the run game is going, it gets defenses confused. Let me just say that. And so, Ben Johnson, thank you for getting Cole Kmet a touchdown. My fantasy team thanks you. You're definitely high on my list today. Thank you. Now, that defense in the second half, they stepped up. Dominic Robinson, who we haven't talked about in years, other than to say, why is he still on this team? He gets his first sack of the 2025 season, as well as probably our highest paid player, Montez Sweat. Hey, he got a sack. And he was applying pressure for most of the game. Now look, the Bears had 7 QB hits on the day. And that is something we've been needing. Putting pressure on Dak Prescott or a quarterback of his type, listen, no easy task. And I want to spend a special shout out to Grady Jarrett, who was applying pressure up the middle. Even though he got called for a bogus roughing the passer play, He was getting pressure. He was in on run plays. Listen, I'm thinking as time goes on, all four. Because listen, we know Big Dex is going to be there. Number 99, Dexter Sr., he is going to be there. And with Grady in there, along with Sweat and Dio, hey, we have the makings of a very solid defensive line. Now, as I said, our linebacker crew of Noah Sewell, Tremaine Edmonds, hey, they were everywhere doing their thing, tackling, limiting runs the best they could. And so something that we're definitely going to build on. I mean, think about it. TJ Edwards, our starting linebacker, he's hurt. And that guy, we know, he has proven. He has proven his worth to this defense. But for Noah to come in and the defense not skip a beat while he's in there, hey, you got to love it. You got to love it. Now, Tremaine Edmonds, a guy who has been talked about as a player who hasn't lived up to his contract. Well, getting 2 interceptions, getting I think it was 12 total tackles on the day. He earned his contract. Well, I should say he earned his paycheck for that day. So, hey, shout out to him. Thank you very much. Great game. As well as Kevin Byers. Listen, I think last year he ended the season with 4 interceptions. But to get an interception to pretty much seal the game for us against Dallas, hey, I'll take it. As a senior, statesman on our defense, look, anytime you can get contributions from free safety, you got to take it and be happy for it. So, and listen, our corners. Now, Nashawn Wright, early on, hey, wasn't looking good, but he settled in. And I want to say that Dennis Allen wanting this guy and saying that, hey, he can be something. I think he's on to something because Nashawn settled in, looked pretty decent. So with more experience playing under Dennis Allen, hey, I think we in for a good ride with that guy. That's just a thought. But once again, Bears fans, beautiful victory Monday. And look, Dallas Cowboys, don't worry about it. You still have a great stadium, and Texas has some of the best brisket I've ever had in my life. So there's that. Enjoy your flight home. But Bears fans, thank you for tuning in to Bears Media Co. Don't forget, hit that like button, and let's get this journey going for the 2025 season, because you know as well as I do, we are week to week, game to game, because you just never know. So as always, from me to you, just remember, peace.